As I've started to kind of minimize and declutter my own stuff, I've realized that minimalism is not about getting rid of everything, but more about intentionally living with and focusing on the things that we actually need. And the more we begin to let go, the more we realize what is the most important thing and how our joy stems not from the things that we have, but from the people that we share our time with and how we utilize our time. So here are the 50 things that I no longer buy or own. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariana, and today I'm doing a little bit different of a video. I don't normally do these sit down kind of videos, so this is a different style of video for me, but I really like these videos, just kind of hearing other people's ideas. And I'm not condemning you if you still buy these sort of things. These are just some things that we realize that we don't need anymore, or that we realize can save us a lot of money just by not spending money on them. So I hope some of these ideas are just tangible ways for you to jumpstart your decluttering. Okay, so number one of the things that I no longer buy or own are kind of laundry extras. So we'll just put a broad category. I don't use dryer sheets anymore. We don't use softeners or fresheners of any kind, like scented things. I don't even purchase like pre-made laundry detergent. So we just use dryer balls for our dryer sheets. Sometimes we'll use essential oils in our laundry. And then I've been making my own laundry soap powder for probably the last 5 years. I can make it in bulk and it lasts me so much longer than a pretty decent sized jug of laundry detergent. Okay, so number two is hair products. So hairsprays, hair mousse. Yeah, I used to straighten my hair a lot in high school and college, and I did not like having curly hair, and then as soon as I had children, my hair went completely straight almost. Yeah, I don't use any products anymore. I pretty much just shampoo and condition it and let it air dry. Number three is scented candles. I do not use scented candles. There's so much research out there anymore regarding the chemicals that are in scented candles and just how they're not good for the quality of your air and contain a lot of harmful chemicals for you to be breathing in. So we pretty much only use diffusers with essential oils. I'm big on utilizing doTERRA essential oils, so I have a few diffusers that we have around the house, and that's what we use. Sometimes we will have soy candles, like I have had people buy soy candles before, but that is all. Number four is TV subscriptions. So Netflix, I don't know what other subscription services are out there. Hulu. We no longer have any of those TV subscriptions. We used to have Netflix at one point in time, and a few years ago just kind of have had the conviction of not doing any television during the week, just because we have better ways to utilize our time. Sometimes on the weekends we will watch something and just borrow somebody else's account, like their Amazon account or something like that. Okay, number five is decorative pillows. I've never been one to really buy decorative pillows for a bedroom. You know, we each have a pillow on the bed and that's it. And I have like a couple pillows that are on our couch. Number six is manuals. So manuals for, I mean, everything that you could possibly think of that you buy nowadays. Electronics, laundry machines, dishwashers, fridges, they all come with your manuals. There's really no point in holding on to those. You can access them all online these days, so it's just one more thing that's cluttering the house. So I pretty much instantly get rid of those when we have them. Okay, number seven is cards or old birthday cards. I don't buy cards at all. If I give a card to somebody for a birthday, I generally make it myself. Cards are expensive. They're like anywhere from $5 to $7, and I feel like people just generally throw them out anyways. It is not something that I want to spend my money on, and I think people appreciate getting something that's handmade anyway. At least I do, and I don't want people buying me cards anyway. It's just not something that I want to invest my money in. Number eight, photos. This is a hard one, I think. This one took me a long time to kind of wrap my mind around in terms of my decluttering process, but holding physical photographs. Photos can be easily sentimental and it's totally understandable. We have some photos that are in frames of our family, but just last year, before we moved, I decided to get rid of all of our actual physical photos and just keep digital copies of them on my computer. We do have a few like small photo books that I had printed of the girls when they were younger, but I don't keep physical photos anymore. I've found that they just kind of stay in the box that they're in or just take up too much space, and it's something that I don't want to be moving around with. So we have turned them all into digital photos. Okay, number 9 is themed items. So this could be like t-shirts, towels, sheets, kids clothing, anything that has like themes on it, like Mickey Mouse or you know, t-shirts that you get from concerts or things that I don't want to keep for our kids. Everything is kind of just very neutral that can be reutilized for another kid, or if we have, you know, a boy or a girl, they're not very gender specific. Number 10 is purses. I have one diaper bag that I utilize right now. You know, I'm kind of in that stage of life where we're having kids, and it's pretty much the most practical thing that I can use. I don't find the need to have an extra purse right now for like going out, or I don't even go out, what am I saying? For just other purposes besides to have stuff for my kids in it. Number 11, kind of in that same theme, is perfume. I do not like the smell of perfume. I've often found perfumes to be like very overwhelming in their scent and give me a headache. So I will utilize essential oils for perfume if I ever want like to smell a little bit nicer. I'll use like a roll-on of lavender or neroli. If you've never smelled neroli, it's a really great floral smell. I will utilize that sometimes as a perfume. Number 12 is seasonal decor. I pretty much keep one like that size of a bin. I limit myself to that for pretty much only Christmas. I do like to decorate for Christmas a little bit, but other than that, I've gotten rid of all other holiday and seasonal decorations. Number 13 is having multiple kitchen gadgets or pans. I feel like everybody, when they get married, they get that big set of, you know, 4 different saucepans and pots and with all their lids and everything like that, and they're kind of just spewed all over. So I really limit to what I actually use. I have one large cast iron skillet and another stainless steel skillet. We just recently got rid of like all of our Teflon pans, and I have like a saucepan and a pot. So I keep it pretty minimal when it comes to pots and pans. And then I really just don't like having a gadget for every little thing, like an avocado scoop and a lemon zester and a garlic press and all these little things that you could possibly think of. I mean, they make gadgets for everything nowadays, so I really just don't want to have a gadget for everything. It just so easily becomes cluttered in my kitchen, and I don't want to be washing all of those things anyway. So, okay, number 14 is special dining ware. So I don't have any tablecloths or special serving dishes or dishes that I use specifically for when people come over. I want to be comfortable with just having people over and using paper plates if we need to. I think that gives us a lot of freedom in having people over when we don't feel like we have to put on a show or make it extra special or fancy to have people there. I know that when I go to somebody's house, I don't care if they have fancy dishware. What really matters is like who we're sitting around the table with, getting to know those people, or just enjoying somebody's company. Number 15 is mugs, especially with sayings. We have really downsized our mugs. I feel like just last year we had way more mugs than we needed, and we still probably have more than we could utilize, but it's just an easy thing to start accumulating, especially mugs with like sayings on them. And if anything, I want a mug that is like a nice pottery or a nice, really nicely handmade, something like that I can appreciate a little bit more. I just don't purchase those anymore. Okay, number 16 is body wash. Yeah, I guess kind of switching gears a little bit more again, but I'm not sure that I've ever purchased body wash. I've always been just like a bar soap kind of girl, and that's pretty much all I use. 17 is kid devices. We don't have any type of cell phones, iPads, anything like that for our kids. They're fairly young still. I have an almost 4-year-old and another daughter who's just over 1, so I think it's a little too early to even consider those kinds of devices. Number 18 is cleaning supplies. I pretty much don't utilize any store-bought cleaning products anymore. I use doTERRA and I use their On Guard Concentrate Cleaner. They also have an Abode line, which I really like. So those are pretty much the two cleaning products that I utilize. They're a concentrate, so I just put a little bit in some water and pretty much use it on everything that you can think of, like cleaning off the fabric on our couch, to washing windows, to cleaning the shower, the floors, etc. So that pretty much takes up that whole category for me. Okay, number 19 is Ziplocs. We have not bought Ziplocs now for quite some time. We just buy those stasher bags and they've worked out fairly well for us. I've had some that kind of malfunction and I've had to buy new ones, but for the most part they work great. Okay, number 20 is nail polish. I don't paint my nails. I haven't painted my nails, I don't even know, since college probably, and I don't even paint my toenails anymore, to be honest. I remember a point in my life where every time I didn't have nail polish on my toes, I thought it just looked so weird, but I've grown past that. And I don't buy nail polish, I don't wear nail polish. I do have a few nail polish bottles and keep them because my daughter loves to paint her nails. So every once in a while I will do that for her, but I don't buy them myself. Number 21 is kid toys. It's not to say that we don't ever get toys for our kids, because sometimes I will, especially like at the thrift store if I find something for them. But we try to just save those for special occasions like birthdays, and I've just found that they enjoy open-ended toys. Like we just built my daughter for her birthday coming up a rock box, we call it. It's like a sandbox in our backyard, but it's with rocks. And we did the rocks because I figured it would be a lot cleaner so we're not dragging sand in through the house, but they love it and they could play out there for hours, or just giving them like water to play in. Those sort of toys just hold their attention so much longer than toys that you would buy at the store that have lots of lights and sounds and all that sort of thing. Okay, number 22 is journals. So I am a big journaler. I will purchase one journal usually a year for like personal journaling or prayer journaling that I do. But when it comes to like my planners, I have this year purchased a bullet journal, and I don't think I will ever go back from using a bullet journal. It is just the most practical use of space and it's been the easiest to utilize. I keep my to-do planners for the week in it, and then I also keep things like video ideas that I'm writing down or just prayer requests that I have. So I will be just utilizing a bullet journal from now on. These ones are kind of going to be lumped together, but number 23 is new shoes, and then with that we're going to do high heels and wired bras. So it's kind of a category of clothing. I don't know the last time I purchased new shoes. Generally the only shoes that I do purchase new would be like sneakers or workout shoes, and I've had the same shoes that I use for CrossFit since I was in college and they have held up fine. Running shoes I will buy every few years, but in terms of new shoes like sandals and stuff like that, sometimes I will pick up shoes at the thrift store. I know that's not like everybody's cup of tea to utilize these shoes, but yeah, so be it. You can think what you want. 24 being high heels. I do not wear high heels, and I should say any uncomfortable shoes at that. I just don't want to be wearing shoes that don't fit properly or that my feet are just aching in by the end of the day. They're not good for your feet to begin with. Most of the time I'm probably barefoot anyway when it's warm enough out. So, and then number 25, wired bras. I usually am just wearing sports bras for the most part. And then along those same lines, so we'll go 26 is new kid clothes or just full priced clothes in general. I am a huge thrifter. I've started a business just by reselling thrifted clothes because I would go to thrift stores and enjoy finding thrifted items. Yeah, I'm just at the thrift store so often that I find really great pieces for really great prices that it's hard for me to want to spend an exorbitant amount of money on brand new clothing. And then when it comes to kids clothes, kids just outgrow clothes so fast that it's not worth me spending the full price on clothes when I can find, you know, either thrifted clothes or people will hand me down clothes from their kids, which I really love as well. Okay, then number 27 is phone cases. I keep one phone case on my phone at all times, and that is sufficient for me. Number 28 is excess decor. So when it comes to decor, I've really kind of changed my mindset on this as well, and just keeping my walls very minimal. But I sometimes, if I thrift decor, maybe like baskets or I don't even keep little like trinkety decor anyway, or Sometimes if people gift it, I just like my decor to have more of a meaning behind it, I guess, or more of a story behind it, I should say. So a lot of our decor is things that maybe my husband got from different countries as he was growing up, or we have family that live overseas that have sent us items that people have made. So those are the kind of decor that we really cherish and want to hold on to. And then a lot of the time I'll just make decor, like, you know, we have items that I've painted over the years or friends have painted for me. So those are more of the things that I like to hold on to. Okay, number 29 is haircuts. We have not purchased, my husband has not, okay, let me start over. My husband used to be in the Army and he would have a haircut about every 2 weeks. That would quickly add up if he was having to go to the barber to get his haircut every 2 weeks. I just decided that I was gonna learn how to cut his hair and was doing his haircuts ever since he started in the Army, so 7+ years, and I still do it now. It has saved us a bunch of money. It's very simple, it's not complicated. And when it comes to my own hair, I recently chopped my own hair. So that was the first time that I took it upon myself to cut my hair. My hair was very long. I was just getting tired of it. But I was also tired of the fact that I could not find a hairdresser that did not charge more than, you know, $40 for just a simple haircut. I decided that I was gonna do it myself, and it was easy enough that I probably will not go to a hairdresser again for myself or for my kids, unless I was getting something more serious done. Like I've been toying around with the idea of cutting bangs, so we'll see about that. Number 29, workout subscriptions. I can see the benefit of having a workout subscription. My husband and I met doing CrossFit, so it has been something that we have been training in for more than a decade, and I'm really thankful to be able to have had the training that I've had in that, and it's something that we can utilize here at home. We kind of have just like a basis and a foundation for working out and exercising that it's just easy enough that we do it every single morning in the comfort of our home. Number 30 is full price books. This is one that I still struggle with a little bit. I shouldn't say struggle with, but I really enjoy an actual book. So I've never gotten to the point where I want to get rid of my physical books yet, because I really like holding on to physical books. But rather than just going onto Amazon right away and purchasing whatever book it is that I'm wanting to read at the time, I'll just look for alternative options for that book. There's lots of ways to buy used books on Amazon now, or just getting them at a thrift store, and even getting them at your libraries. Okay, 31 is tampons. I no longer use tampons. I've been using a menstrual cup for probably 3 years now. I have one menstrual cup that I use, and I utilize the Pixie cup. I know there's lots of different brands out there. I really like the ministry behind the Pixie cup. Okay, sorry about that. I think my numbers got out of order here somewhere, but we're gonna try to just jump back into it. So where we left off, number 33. So 33 is pre-sliced produce. I know it's a little bit easier to get pre-cut things sometimes, but often they actually add things to preserve them if they're like fruit or items like that. And it's often a lot more expensive to get them pre-cut, so I do not buy anything pre-cut. Number 34 is pre-packaged kid snack. Now, these are great, but if I have pre-packaged kid snacks, I knew that they would be gone in a minute in my house. So we usually try to save these for like if we're going on trips of any kind or camping or something like that. My kids pretty much just will eat like whole foods if they need a snack, like a piece of fruit or something like that. And along the same lines, number 35 is meal subscriptions. I have tried ones, like I think I've tried HelloFresh before at one point, and I liked it, but it didn't really feel like I was saving money, maybe saving a little bit of time. I honestly just really enjoy making meals at home in my kitchen anyway, and want to take the time to do that. So it's just not something that I utilize right now in this season of life. I could definitely see myself maybe utilizing it like when we have another baby or something like that. Number 36 is juices. My husband was a big juice drinker when we first got married, and it's really not that great for you. It's really concentrated sugar. Although it is whole fruit, it is just very high in sugar still, and not something we really need in our diet. It's been one of those things that we found that we can just let go of it and save a little bit of money in our grocery budget. Number 37 is office supplies. I feel like I've had the office supplies that I have sitting over there on my desk for years, since I was in college, and we still have not gone through them, so it's not something that I want to just keep purchasing more of. I know that when I was in college, like I wanted a new pen or something and I would just like go out and purchase it in the moment. Yeah, I don't need any more, so I'm just going to use up what we have before going to buy more of what I already have. Okay, number 38 is expensive furniture. This past year, I would say, was the first time that my husband and I ever bought a piece of furniture since we had been married. Most of our furniture was given to us from family or friends or people when we were married, or we've built furniture. My husband's built our entranceway table, our coffee station, our bed. But this past year we finally bought our first couch, and then we also just recently got our coffee table, which I found at a really great price. So I'm not just purchasing like at this random furniture store where they raise the prices, 3 times what they really should be valued. And it's a great piece. I found a great local shop that sources from, I think, India or something like that. And it's a beautiful table. It's hardwood, hard mango wood. And then the chairs I found on Facebook Marketplace, and they just happen to be really expensive chairs. So there's a lot of great ways to find furniture rather than just going to your basic furniture store. Number 39 is baby proofing items. I think when my first daughter was born, we had, the little hooks that went on the cabinets, but I think it's just easier to teach your children what they are and are not allowed to do. So we don't waste our time baby proofing everything around the house anymore. Okay, number 40 is out of season produce. There's a lot of fruits that I will not purchase, like watermelons, any kind of melons, purchasing them out of season. They just don't taste as good either, and I think seasonal food is meant to be eaten in season as it contains certain nutrients that your body needs for those seasons. Number 41, this is kind of a new one I would say for me, is bread. I probably decreased the amount of bread that we purchase by maybe like 90%, I want to say, which is really awesome. I would like to get it to 100%. We've been just utilizing sourdough. I started a sourdough starter a few months back. I recently killed it, but I'm in the process of starting a new one. And I just really enjoy making things from sourdough. I also have a bread machine, so I can utilize that for bread when I can't do the sourdough. Number 42, bottled water. I feel like I just put this on the list because I've seen a lot of other people that have done bottled water, but I've never purchased bottled water. I've always carried some sort of like reusable water bottle. I think I have a Camelback right now that I use, or a Nalgene or something like that. So we do not purchase bottled water. Number 43 is makeup. I probably buy makeup like every 2 years. I don't wear it that frequently, but I just don't use it that much, and I would rather buy something that's a little bit better of a quality, and I pretty much only use like 3 products. Maybe I'll do a little video on minimal face makeup or facial routine, because I just have very few products that I'm utilizing right now that I like. And along with that, I don't use, number 44 we'll say, is makeup wipes, like removing your makeup. I just use a good old bar of soap when I'm in the shower, or coconut oil is a really great option for getting off your makeup. Number 45 is jewelry. I rarely wear jewelry. I will wear earrings probably on like Sundays for church. So I have a few that I like to wear, but I'm not purchasing new jewelry very often. And along those same lines, number 46 is accessories. I don't really like scarves or necklaces. I have an Apple Watch, and it's like a very old one. It's probably one of the, original, I think it's like a 3 or something. It's in great condition. It works awesome. I wear this every day, all day, and I have my wedding ring and my engagement ring, and then I have one small gold band. This is my great-grandmother's wedding band that I wear, and those are the only rings I wear. I don't wear any bracelets. I rarely wear necklaces. So other jewelry and accessories, I don't know what other accessories people wear. Oh, I guess I have a nose ring too, but I don't even think about it anymore. Number 47, souvenirs. We're not traveling like a whole lot of places that have souvenirs, but I don't like trinkety things around the house anyway. I don't like souvenir magnets or mugs or anything else that says like country or place on it. I don't enjoy that. Okay, number 48, kind of on the lines with my watch, is new technologies, or the newest technology, I should say. I'm not purchasing new phones all the time or new Apple Watches. I still have my original Apple Watch that I've had now for, I don't even know, 5-6 years. Computers, I still have my MacBook Pro from like 4 years ago, 5 years ago now, or whatever. So I will use them until I can no longer use them. Number 49, craft supplies. This is one thing that I continue to need to go through, I think. Do you enjoy craft things? Doing art projects like painting. I used to have a lot of painting supplies, or I've gotten into embroidery at one point, and I still have a lot of these kind of supplies around, and I kind of hold on to them thinking that like maybe I'll do them with my girls or something like that. So this is an area that I'm improving on, I feel like, on decluttering and getting rid of things that I'm not using anymore, but I'm also trying to not purchase new stuff on top of it when I already have other craft supplies. Okay, I guess we're at the last one. Number 50, and this is kind of like a summation of all of them, but so number 50, I'll just put it in kind of a broad category, but extras of things. Any kind of extra, if I already have it, getting extra of it. One of my goals for the new year was to be less wasteful, and this plays out practically in like many different ways that I've seen by just using up food, you know, making sure that food that we have in the fridge isn't going to waste, or I'm not like throwing it out, or just like throwing something away because I don't want to use it anymore. I want to declutter it. Because I think we really like minimalism or decluttering. It's easy to just look at something and want to get rid of it, you know, want to say, oh, well, this isn't serving me right now, so I'm going to get rid of it. And I think that that can be very helpful. I think people really like minimalism for that purpose. But there's also a very practical side of our stuff and just having good stewardship, that if I have this item, I am throwing away or I'm potentially getting rid of something that has a value, a money value, and I don't want to be repurchasing that in the future, so to say. So say I have, like I was talking about, you know, my office supplies. I could easily declutter some of these things just because I'm not using them or they're not serving me right now in this season of life, but I definitely may use them or am most likely going to use them. So therefore I don't want to just throw them away because they have intrinsic value. They hold money value because I purchased them. I paid money to have them. So I don't want to just declutter them or throw them away because I'm not using them. So I hope that makes sense. I'm just trying to use things up before I go ahead and purchase extra of something. Yeah, so this is just my own personal list of items that I no longer buy or just don't find any value in owning anymore. Please leave some of your own things in the description below if I have not maybe mentioned them. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already.